When you find yourself in the same relationship over and over again, attracting the same people into your life over and over again, ask yourself, what am I learning about the challenges inside my life? And what am I willing to do to heal them or live with them? Hello, I am Kristen Bomas, and welcome to Struck by Enlightenment, where we are on a conscious journey to life mastery. Today we're going to talk about why we attract who we attract. As we look at our relationships, and in particular our partnerships, many times, very many times, I have asked, why is it I am in the same relationship with the same person no matter how hard I try? Friendships seem to be the same, and relationships around the board seem to be having similar characteristics. Well, when we look at our lives, we're here, in general, to have an experience. And so our general purpose on this plane is to have an experience. And that experience is going to be something very particular to you. In that experience, it could be that you need to learn to believe in yourself, as an example. And it's a very important part of why you came here. So every single time you meet somebody, they don't believe in you, they condemn you, they insult you, they don't think you can do it, they tell you you can't, and you have to fight to say, but I can, but I can, but I can. And you keep wondering why you're finding these people who don't believe in you over and over and over again. Well, more often than not, you're attracting people who are going to illuminate the very challenge you're here to master at some level. Now, you may be here to master the entire challenge or just to get through a portion of it. But to stick with our example, you're here to master believing in yourself. So the challenge is going to represent. And why is that? Because inside us is the energy being, the soul. But we are energy, and our emotions are energy. And everything we learned through childhood and through this lifetime, and everything we absorbed, is absorbed and expressed through energy. So if we're angry, people can feel it. They can feel that anger as it emanates from us. When we're hurt, they can feel the hurt as it emanates from us. So our challenges are the same, right? If I have a challenge around not believing in myself, then that is emanating from me energetically. And that energy is then attracting toward me people who don't believe in me. And over and over and over again, it's going to present until I do something with that challenge, preferably master it. So as we master that challenge, or in this case, the individual, then all of a sudden things start to change in you and in your relationships, and of course the people who you attract. So it's interesting how in our lives, especially our partnerships, they come into our life to illuminate our greatest challenges. And the greater the partnership, the greater number of challenges that will be presented so that you can master as much as possible. And so you're looking at why? Well, why is because of why you're here, right? You're here to move through challenges or to simply suffer in them. The relationships that you bring towards you are going to illuminate those very challenges that you are either going to suffer with or master in this experience called life. Another thing you want to look at as we talk about why you find yourself attracting the same person over and over again is that you've become aware of that. And in that awareness, we call that synchronicity. Synchronicity in life is life speaking to you, and life will speak to you in ways that help guide you through what you need to work on, what you need to release or change or heal. So if you keep attracting the same people over and over, recognize what aspects of that person or the relationship that it forms are the same over and over and over. That's the synchronicity, and that's life speaking to you as well. So then ask yourself why it's in your life. I kind of just gave you that answer. The answer is for you to either heal or to suffer with it. When it's in your relationships, you know it's a challenge that's in you that needs to be changed one way or the other, or you're going to live with it if you don't make the changes. So you're actually looking at the synchronicity that is occurring by even asking the question. So be aware of synchronicity in your life, not just in who you attract, but what else is taking place inside that relationship. Are there things in the relationship happening over and over again, very similar? If so, it's another level or another aspect of that challenge, or maybe a completely new challenge. If it's people in general you are attracting, then you're probably going to be following the same challenge inward, if you will. You're following that challenge in to see what it consists of and what it affects, what other areas of your life it affects. So the synchronicity inside the relationship is going to be at least as helpful as the synchronicity outside the relationship that alerted you to the fact that you have, again, attracted the same person that you had attracted before. So we want to definitely open up our eyes and our mind and our heart to who is in front of us and why. Don't judge it, just ask. Oftentimes, once you attract the same kind of person that you have attracted before, the tendency is to try to fix it, to get into the relationship and try to get it right. I'm going to use a different example. Too often people get into relationships where they have to fight to be loved. And so once again, they are with a partner or a person or a friend who makes it very difficult to feel love from that person. Maybe they are fearful of commitment, or they're not, complimentary. It could be a number of things. Anyway, the person doesn't feel loved. So they fight. They may do a little bit more, or be a little bit more kind, or try to meet more expectations, or ask the person what more they can do, or overanalyze every single situation to see if they could do it different to make it better. But you're fighting to be loved. And that fight is to fix the very person who has come into your life to show you a challenge within you. So sometimes, many times, it's not about trying to fix the relationship or the other person. It's about simply asking, why is this challenge presenting again? And reflecting inside on what needs to heal inside you in order to move forward. We fight very hard to fix these relationships, and to no avail, because we never know how willing that person across from us is to fix and heal their own wounds. So let's look at the wounds within our own self and not try to fix relationships. Let it just illuminate what it needs to illuminate. Another piece that I want you to think about is how you judge yourself, if you judge yourself, when you find yourself attracting the same people over and over. Do you get frustrated with yourself? Do you get angry at yourself? Do you think it's something about you that keeps attracting these people over and over again? Do your best not to go down that path. Just ask why. With compassion. Understand that this is a challenge in this life that is here simply to be healed. There's nothing wrong with you. We all have challenges. And whatever it brings up in you, it's just there to make your life better. Once you heal the wound inside, then everything keeps getting better and better and better. So when you find yourself in the same relationship over and over again, attracting the same people into your life over and over again, ask yourself, what am I learning about the challenges inside my life? And what am I willing to do to heal them or live with them? I have known many couples who have lived in an abusive environment for a long, long time. And together they ask, how do we make this better? Wow. Let's go. Let's make it better. If both are willing to make it better, let's make it better. But then there are individuals who have come to see me, and they have been in one abusive relationship after another, and they want to understand why. Well, that abuse pattern is inside that individual as well. And so that abuse pattern has to heal inside them in order for them to stop attracting abusive individuals. I have a young woman I know who has known nothing but men who sexually violate her from the time she was 9 years old to today in her 40s. And she doesn't understand why all men do this. Well, all men don't do that. There is a wound that needs to heal inside that says, I am going to be destroyed, sexually destroyed. That wound, whatever it is, that traumatic wound needs to heal. So as you can see by all of these examples, in some cases, if both people are willing to heal, we can heal anything. If one person is willing to heal, we can heal. But we have to know the level of pain that the individual is suffering in what they are attracting toward them. So oftentimes you're attracting that same person, but it's too painful to look inside by yourself. If indeed that's the case, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. This lifetime is about unity and harmony with all. That means it is a we life, not an I life. So once you know what's going on inside you, let someone help you through that process. So, to bring conclusion, there are aspects to everyone who we attract into our lives that are similar to other people who we have attracted into our lives. Every single one of my friends has a very spiritual, introspective nature. They enjoy the meditating, they enjoy the journey of exploration that comes with life. And that synchronicity is because that's where I'm at. That's where they're at. And so we have found one another in this sea of people who don't necessarily live that way because our energies attracted. Same energy attracts same energy. It is the law of attraction. So we talked about that first, that what challenges are inside you are energy. That energy is attracting people who match that energy. So the law of attraction says you're bringing towards you those very challenges that you are here to heal. We also know that you're seeing the synchronicity in life, which means that's your first awareness that you're listening to life speak to you. We know that as you start to look at these relationships that you have, it may not be in your best interest to try to fix it all by yourself. Now, if the person you're in relationship with is also willing to fix the things that are not quite comfortable for you, then it's a go. But if it's just you, you want to ask yourself, why are you trying to fix the relationship where the only thing you need to heal is a challenge that is haunting you? It needs to be transformed and transcended. And lastly, we want to be aware of how that wound is within the individual or within you. How scary is it to really look at that challenge? And if that challenge is too scary to look at alone, don't. Look at it with someone else. Let someone who knows how to gently take you through a challenge to its other side guide you through it. Surrender into the process and let that other person take you through that dark space and back into the light. I always say, Dorothy had no idea what it was like on the other side of that rainbow because it just keeps getting greater and greater and greater as you heal the challenges. So pay attention to how you are attracting the same people over and over and over again, and what aspect of that person is the same over and over and over again. And then ask yourself why it's in your life and what you can do to heal your own challenges so that you attract a different person the next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, may the magic be yours. Thank you so much for joining me, and please visit KristenBomas.com where you can easily access all of my social circles.